Welcome back, chooms. Over the past couple of days we have learned a lot about new features and fundamental changes to the game that Phantom Liberty and patch 1.7 are going to bring. So in this video we are going to analyze all of it to see how it's going to reflect on the gameplay and condense it into this video. First big change, or well, revision to it, is skill based leveling. So as you're using the weapon you get better at it and unlock new attacks and abilities. Now in the base game we did have something similar to this, with you being able to aim down the sights faster or have less recoil. Besides that, you were also getting stat increases with each level. But it does seem that it's been revised again, where now you have a visible change with new attacks and abilities, and for example when you tie in, well, as I said, new abilities, it makes the game a lot more fun. Now of course when it comes to ranged weapons in general, I think most of that stuff is going to stay, as I said already, with you being able to aim down the sights faster, reload faster and all of that, but it would be cool again to add some maybe changes to how V is using that weapon overall, or maybe even a whole new attack or something to it. This is also a great time to talk about melee combat being better with finishers you can do, and this is where these new attacks come into the mix. Some of the gameplay that was showed actually Mantis Blades have better attacks now. Then think about other melee weapons, plus Gorilla Arms or Monovire. These will most likely get their own finishers as well, which is going to be cool. Now melee combat will also have its own dodging button now, and you being able to block bullets with your blade weapons, and plus there is going to be a visible impact animation of those bullets hitting your blades, which is nice. When it comes to Cyberware, it seems that now finally being chromed out will have its toll on players' HP. Of course, do not expect cyberpsychosis, and of course if you install the mod cyberpsychosis 1, it's not going to be fully like that, but rather, as they said, your HP is going to, well, go down a bit, and your body is going to be much prone to maybe receiving damage or something like that, unless you have maybe some new armor mod or whatever, maybe subdermal armor even, which, you know, is nice, because even, you know, if the original game had it in some way, it wasn't really that visible and really didn't have much of an impact on the gameplay. So now actually having some penalties for using, you know, cyberware at your whole body is good. Also, leveling up that cyberware now on a new skill tree unlocks new special abilities. One of those examples, Susie Hunter, who actually had a chance to play the expansion and is a new character in the game, said and talked about it. So now you can, for example, overdrive your gorilla arms to the point where you can punch somebody into the stratosphere. Yes, the gorilla arms are finally going to have that huge impact force on an enemy or some NPC. And this is good because I just think about all of the builds we will be able to make and combine now for the more efficient or cooler gameplay. Now let's talk about clothes. Well, this has also seen a huge revision, where now if you wear clothes without armor, well, it's not going to give you any armor or stats. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. Of course, don't worry, you can always go for clothes that have armor and then transmog into something different, but also playing with cyberware like subdermal armor will be more necessary now, unless they add some new defensive cyberware in the expansion. I mean, Black Market is in Dogtown after all. For me personally, this is a cool change, for as long as I have a good alternative. Of course, do keep in mind that a lot of clothes in this game is not going to have armor at all, so you will have to revise your builds as well. But I do think this is a bit more immersive in that way. It's also going to decrease inventory bloat with revised loot system now, because when you play Cyberpunk, there is a lot of loot which spawns, or well, gets dropped by enemies, which is a little bit better, but it can kinda go into your inventory too much, and then you wear too much, and then you are over encumbered, and so on and so on. So I think this is definitely going to be a lot more acceptable. But of course, tell me down below what you think about this change in the comments. Now, looking at your perks and attributes, we have a screenshot from the gameplay which has been released, giving us a peek into the new skill tree. Straight away we can see the difference, but it doesn't tell us too much. Now, Pavel Satsko did say that players who completed the game will have its perks reset. I hope it's going to be also for attributes as well. I mean, this is a big update after all. it makes sense it happens, but don't worry, I will release some build videos when this comes out. But of course, perks on the side, again, attributes are going to be a big thing now, because maybe you're going to have people who want to switch into a body build or something else, so I think maybe. Other change we have already talked about is of course vehicle combat. So the ability to shoot from vehicles is added, finally it's going to be in the game and it's very nice. PC players have been using this for a while if you've been using mods for the game, although I wonder if CDPR, official implementation will be janky. I mean, mod is great, but sometimes it can definitely glitch out. Props to Scissors though for making the mod, legend. And not just that, but also some vehicles in the game now, not all but some, are going to have built-in machine guns that you can shoot from, so yeah, this is going to be great. I also hope that some vehicles are going to have rocket systems as well, that would be another plus. And this by itself now means more chases, which is, the wanted system we're going to talk about in a minute. Of course, doing gigs now and certain objectives around town might be more fun, with the ability to shoot from the vehicle and with the vehicle, but due to the cars in the game generally exploding fairly quick, getting away as well now should be easier since, well, you can fire back. And of course, having mantis blades out while driving a bike is, it's really cool. Going back to the wanted system, the one CDPR is implementing is a lot closer to the one we have with the mod. So police will now spawn in cars further away, they will engage you as they come close or chase you if you drive away. Of course, it is also confirmed that now MaxTech will arrive with a dropship, so it's finally going to be that cool animation that people were looking for, so MaxTech arriving and then dropping from their dropship and then attacking you. This is very nice. Besides police, depending on the region where you are, like for example Pacifica, you will have mercenaries and gangs sent after you, which makes more sense from the immersion perspective. So no more police spawning around the corner, but I do hope AI is going to be able to, follow us during the chase. Driving AI in Cyberpunk is not the greatest if we take race missions, for example. Now, of course, combat AI did see some improvements where it's going to block and hide behind cover more efficiently than before. Generally, fighting AI in Cyberpunk is alright, but NPCs have a tendency to stand in one place a lot and are easy targets or basically sprint after you if they only have a melee weapon, and that's also easy to, engage. Of course, when it comes to open world AI, I don't expect any huge changes to that or drastic differences. They can be armed now and attack you, which is nice and makes sense from the lore perspective, but of course, when it comes to some complex animations and dialogue you will have in like open world segment of that AI, well, that's going to be a big of a change and I don't think it's going to happen. There will be new missions though, like courier ones that we can do. I hope that they can be repeated and not just, one-off missions. But yes, for example, there is going to be a package we have to drop off or pick up. We're probably going to be attacked by someone. That's where those chases come into place. Very nice. I just, again, hope they're going to be repetitive missions. Or well, not just one-off. There is going to be a car shop now in the game you can access online with your PC, of course, and you can buy various vehicles from there. Very nice change. Mods added it a while back and is actually a good improvement overall. The fixer car system is finally revised. And having an ability to boost cars is added, with Mama Velas sending you to hack into vehicles or drive without maybe taking damage, as reported by media articles. Looking forward to see this in full action though, and that it works as explained by them. So it's going to be nice if it happens in this overall environment. And so far this is everything we know. Feels great to see, devs supporting the game for so much. This definitely feels like the Cyberpunk version they wanted to ship. Again, I hope when this comes out, optimization is going to be good and it's not going to break for people, it's not going to have glitches, but the only way to see that is of course when the expansion and the patch comes out. It helps with the image of the game and the company, and the new players will have a very nice experience overall. If you never play this, I would maybe wait for the patch 1.7 or expansion, then play, but even this version is definitely good if you want to play right now. It's up to you. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click that like and subscribe button for more, and join our community on Twitter and Discord. Huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters, and that's it. Stay classy everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.